Okay.
From shoulder to shoulder.
Esas son las cruces normales para abrir.
Okay.
Ahora, la cruz para cuidarse, protegerse y levantar la conciencia.
Now the cross that you do to lift your consciousness and wake it up is the following.
La cabeza.
The whole head.
Sobre la nariz.
Across your nose, from one eye to the next eye, across.
El cuello.
From your neck.
Se hace un
down
aquí,
to the
hasta el ombligo.
Down to your belly button.
Del hombro.
From one shoulder to the next shoulder.
Hasta el otro hombro. Y del ombligo.
And then the next cross is done from your belly button.
Hasta la media pierna.
All the way to your knees.
No, media pierna. Media pierna.
Oh, your thighs.
Ombligo,
from your belly button to your thighs. Okay.
Y de cadera a cadera.
From one hip to from one hip to the other.
Después que tú haces eso, tú tiras una abajo.
After you do that,
hacia abajo de tu pie.
After you finish with the crosses on top, you finish off with a cross beginning from your knees all the way to your toes.
Exacto. Así tú cierras y te proteges.
You protect yourself that way.
Y comienza.
And you begin.
Pone la mano en la frente.
Put your hand on your forehead.
En la pelvis.
On your pelvis.
El hombro izquierdo,
one
el hombro
shoulder,
derecho, no importa qué mano comience.
The next shoulder, it doesn't matter which hand you use or which shoulder you start with, as long as it's from your forehead to your pelvis, shoulder to the shoulder.
Y después llega aquí.
Then you
al timo.
Then you
el
go to the center.
Es el que decide si tú te pones viejo, si tú te mueres.
Then you go to your thymus, which is found in between your right on your chest.
Aquí encima. Porque el corazón solamente hace su trabajo, pero el thymus es el que hace el timo, el que guarda el alma.
Okay, so the heart is there to do its job, but his job, the job of controlling your happiness, your ability to do things,
la conciencia vive aquí.
Is in your thymus, your thymus.
El alma vive aquí.
Your soul lives there.
La memoria viven aquí.
Your memories live here on your thymus.
Cuando recibes mala noticia, la recibes aquí.
When you receive bad news, you receive it on your
Cuando
thymus.
recibes buena noticia, la recibes aquí.
When you receive happy news, you receive it on
Cuando
your thymus.
tú insultas a un nene, a un bebé, le lastimas aquí, se cierra.
When you scream at a child, or when you harm a child's feelings, or you make a child feel bad, what you hurt is his thymus. That's what ends up shrinking.
Cuando tú insultas a un hombre, a una mujer, a un niño, a un ser humano, se cierra.
When you have an argument with whether it's a grown-up or a child, that disagreements or the way that person felt when you harm their feelings, everything go to the thymus. You can go ahead and Google what thymus means, and you'll find out. It's called thymus.
En los adultos.
On adults.
Las decepciones de la vida hace que eso se ponga chiquito.
In adults, the disappointment of life and the things that you've gone through, it makes your thymus shrink.
En los niños.
In kids.
Crece porque ellos crecen con la esperanza de no conocen los problemas, no se decepcionan a menos que un adulto lo esté abusando.
Okay, in children have their thymus, and their thymus is very big. And the reason why it gets bigger is because as they're growing, they still don't know about life and how things are out there. So they still are innocent in a sense. So that's why their thymus continues to grow until they've reached the age or when they start feeling disappointment.
Cuando lo maltratan.
They feel disappointment or someone is mistreating them, whether it's an adult or a bully at school.
O por las vacunas que lo hacen sentirse débiles.
Or from certain vaccines that makes them feel weak.
Y por eso que dicen que vienen los niños con bipolaridad, los niños con déficit de atención, con los hombres y mujeres que no saben cómo expresar el amor.
And that's where some kids suffer from autism or bipolar, or people that suffer from depression. It all starts from the thymus.
Eso es una glándula.
Because it's a gland.
Que es la que permite.
It's a gland that allows
que todos los órganos del cuerpo,
all your organs in the body,
funcione en la forma apropiada.
Function the way it's supposed to be, function appropriately.
Ese es el que dice, bueno, el tiempo de levantarse, tiempo de dormir, tiempo de comer.
Your thymus is the one that directs you. It's the one that tells you it's time to eat, it's time to rest.
Ese es el que lleva todo el misterio de la vida.
The thymus is the one that carries all the mysteries of life.
Ese es el que recibe la fragancia, los olores.
It's the one that, the thymus is what smells the essences.
Ahí es donde está el humo de la vida, la fragancia de la vida. Ese es cuando una persona muere.
That's where the essence of life is in your thymus.
Ese es donde el espíritu, que es nada más que el aire, el oxígeno, el Padre de los cielos, el universo, el Padre de los cielos, vive aquí.
Okay. God lives in your thymus. The Father of the universe. The essence of life, it all starts here in your thymus. Your soul. It's right here in your thymus, and you have to activate it.
La única manera que hay para activar eso es
the only way to activate it is
haciendo la cruz de la frente a la pelvis de hombro a hombro.
By doing your cross from your forehead to your pelvis, from one shoulder to the next shoulder.
Y decir, yo soy feliz.
And to say, while you're tapping on the center of your chest, you're saying,
yo estoy sana.
I'm happy, I'm healthy.
Yo soy fuerte.
I'm strong.
Yo tengo buena memoria.
I have great memory.
Yo tengo buena visión.
I have great vision.
Yo tengo las habilidades de hacer todo lo que yo quiero en este mundo.
I have the ability to achieve and do everything I want in this world.
Pero cuando tú dañas a una persona,
but when you harm someone,
tú te dañas a ti mismo.
You're harming yourself.
Eso es muy importante que se sepa.
Very important that that's clear.
Si los hombres han perdido la capacidad de pensar y de tener la conciencia despierta.
If man has the capability of being awake and having his conscience awakened.
La manera de hacerlo es de esta manera.
The way to do it is by doing the sign of the cross from your forehead to your pelvis, from shoulder to shoulder.
Y que borren las marcas que le pusieron cuando lo bautizaron haciendo la cruz inversa en la frente.
Okay, this is another thing he's talking about when children are baptized. All of us, when we're all baptized.
Michael, te necesito. Quiero una cruz, un lápiz, un cuaderno, algo que yo pueda hacer una cruz para que me entienda.
The pastors or the priests, whether they know or not, they go ahead and do the cross on the child.
Eso apaga la luz del discernimiento.
But they do the cross on the child's forehead in verse. And that stops mental growth. It limits.
Cuando hacen la cruz al revés.
When you do the cross, the inverse cross, the upside down cross, the wrong cross,
desconecta el cerebro del timo.
It disconnects the brain from your thymus.
Cuando lo hace al revés.
When you do the cross this way. On your forehead.
Y eso es lo que hacen los sacerdotes.
And that's what priests do.
Cuando una persona hace la cruz,
when they do the cross, when a person does the cross,
desde la frente,
from their forehead,
vamos a decir que otra frente, cuando hace la cruz de aquí a aquí,
when they do the cross,
de hombro a hombro,
forehead to shoulder, and they do the cross from their forehead to the shoulder, and then to the, I guess, to the center of the chest. That's not a complete cross.
This is the inverse cross. This is to disconnect your brain from your thymus.
That